Hello, so we have a game between 9Q and 8Q on IGS. The 8Q was a bot and the game was quite short as black built a lot in the top, killing the top group as you can see, and white eventually resigned. So this is probably going to be a pretty quick review. Let's hope so. Let's check it out. This attach is a little bit questionable. Why should consider R4? There are several Josekis here, some are complicated, some are easy. For example, when black places the attach in the corner, white can just hane and then extend to space. Then black will extend for a base and white can extend again to develop on a very fast pace on the right side. If white plays a way to grab a large corner, a big point like an open corner, then black can approach from the right side, threatening to hit a vital point at s5. So this will be a center exchange. Then black can go back and take a shimari or simply attack one of the corners or invade. Anyway, grab another big point. Let's see what other josekis can happen here. Well, when black goes for the outside influence with the Keima and white attaches under, black can consider the cut and this will lead to a more complicated Joseki. But the sequence is pretty much forced. So what happens here? In the end, both white and black will get a group in the corner. Here white can play Kosumi or one space jump. And this move is actually threatening to kill the corner. So black will play a few center exchanges, then go down or play the vital point to securize in the lower area. Then white will pull back and make a life on the right side, then extend on the bottom. So this Joseki comes to an end. There's a cutting point at A, P8, where black has to pay attention later, but for now black can just tenuki. So this would be a monster Joseki that can happen when white prevents the Shimari and black goes for outside thickness with the Keima. Probably that's why white is trying a different way to approach, but this Tsuke doesn't look so great. Especially that white went down. White should consider the hane in the corner, and now when black connects, white connects, black jumps, white defends the corner, and black extends from the wall. Or if black plays Keima, white will Keima on the second line to secure the I shape in the corner, and then again black extends for a base. This can happen too. Also, there are some complicated variations when white plays the hane and black cuts, but here this will involve some ladder, and if black just connects, white will capture the stone on the right side either with Atari under or Atari from the outside. Here black will sacrifice one stone and then white extends for a base and black extends too. So the corner is pretty much shared. They both get one part of the corner and extend towards the side. So this looks pretty even. Now another option for black is to play hane under, and in this case white simply connects, black plays a double hanging connection, white will push one time and then extend on the right side. So again the corner is kind of shared, like 50-50 more or less. Anyway, white went down and black blocks the corner, which is very good for black. So this way black takes pretty much the entire corner and now white has to do something to get out to the side. The shape is pretty good here, but black is happy to expand his corner and the turn is very good. Even if white makes a good shape, black's formation is very thick on the outside, so black can build a lot on the bottom later on. Now black takes the empty corner. This is very good. Black can also consider the Shimari in the top right. And now white's invasion, it's a little bit unusual. White should consider the top right corner approach to expand his moe on the right side. So if black simply blocks and grabs the corner, white is very happy to develop a moe on the right. So this looks promising. Well, white invades and here black can just pincer, which actually happened in the game. Black can put more pressure playing the pincer a j3, but playing in the middle of the side it's absolutely fine, because now if white tries an invasion, black will just cover and kill it, so it's safe like that. White slides. Okay, he's trying to get a base. Well, white can also go out, but in this case black can peep once to force white into a heavy shape and then extend on the left side, so white is still on the run and black will build while attacking. So slide. Oops. Now against this slide, just blocking the corner should be fine. And also black can consider the Kosumi and cover, then Hane and enclose in order to set up a wall. But this is quite comfortable for white. White can just attach and go down, and it's already alive in the corner, creates a cutting point. So it's actually better to play the Kosumi, because this blocking the corner creates the agi of f2 to remove the base. So if white just plays away, black can play f2 and take away the base. So now white is on the run. Therefore white pushed again. In this case black can consider the Kosumi and cover like this, because now white stones are pretty much on the second line, so that's a low position and quite painful. And as an extension, black should extend further to c7, because if white simply Hane Atari to fix his corner, black has a better shape on the left side. It's not that over concentrated like when c6 is in place. So when white connects, black extends again. Also, if white is trying an invasion point, black can go for a trade. So give up the corner in order to damage the outside. So now g3 is hurt and black goes for a lot of outside influence on the bottom and towards the center. So instead of playing just Gema, black should consider O Gema c7 here. Also black can just block, and now when white turns, black will defend, white will fix his group and then extend on the left side. White is alive but a little bit over concentrated. So in the actual game, just Gema, now turn. Okay, white connects solid, that's very good. And white plays another Kema to fix his group, but white can actually extend on the left side. Like this, it makes c6 look a little bit uncomfortable, because the group is actually alive. While black needs to Hane in the corner to make sure white doesn't create eyes on the spot, and white can jump out or play Kema j2 now, after black puts more pressure there. So white tries to stay alive and then no be in the corner, but that's a little bit slow. It's better to play j3, because j3 creates a follow-up. So when black extends on the left side to prevent the approach, white can Hane, then double Hane on the bottom. And now white's group is strong enough to Tenuki at this stage. So simply playing b2 feels a little bit slow, because anyway it was difficult for black to surround the group and kill it right away in one move, so why shouldn't worry about it. Now attacking all the way the left side, it's possible but slightly brave. The proper move is just extend c9 and then decide whether to attack from the top f17 or from the left side, or Sansan invasion. So if white attacks the right side, let's say black plays this kind of Joseki, and now black can decide to attack from the top and extend back to set up a Moya, because now the left side is already strong. So playing like this, I can think about a pincer, which he did. Double approach, fine. Attach, that's normal. Invade the corner, that's a fine idea. I can consider blocking the top and switch, so give up the top left corner and the left side for settling the top area. Because anyway, having d11 in place, black is not going to build too much on the left side. So right now black will probably go for a Shimari, and white can always approach the heavy group on the left, which usually forces black go out. Oops, I meant just here, one space jump, and then maybe a Keima or Ogema to settle in the middle, because the base is pretty much restricted. Anyway, white blocks on the left side to make use of his d11, that's also good. Wedge, connect, this is an old-fashioned Joseki, and here black should play the double hanging connection. This move, it's a better shape in this case, even if white turns once and black gets ahead. The thing is, when black connects solid, white can cut on the outside first, threatening to capture the two stones in the corner and create some arches. So usually to this kind of probe, black has to protect the d18. Now white can turn, and if black doesn't answer in the top right now, goes for a shimari for example, white will hane, then black has to capture the stone to prevent the ladder, and white can surround everything, threatening an Atari to make a wall. So if black pushes to create some cutting points in the wall, white still gets a very thick position on the outside. And in the end, black looks over concentrated. Compared to the actual Joseki, where black gets ahead, this formation looks really effective for black. So in this case, it's okay to play the trumpet formation. Well, white went for the left side. Now black approaches, very good. This point is important. And on the kick, black should go up or down. Nobi here it's important. Also descent is fine because from the descent black can jump to b11. So if this happens and white protects, black can hane in the corner in center and then leave the position like this because the base on the left side it's already very good. And now play a shimari in the top right corner. Playing Nobi up it's also a fine option, but white is not going to answer locally anymore and attack the top right corner for sure. The thing is, if black doesn't play any move there, it's very nice for white to play hane above, make a tiger mouth, or hane under to remove the base. And now all of a sudden, black's group is under a lot of pressure. It's probably not going to die because there is still room to go out in the middle, but it's clearly uncomfortable. So usually to this kind of tsuke, it's good to go up or down. Now the shimari in the top right corner, the high shimari is fine, but the loose one at r14 seems even better in this case. And then from r14, one more jump to r11 to reduce white's potential. So for example, if white plays here and then block, let's say, the left side, black will extend again on the right like this or like this. So it's very easy to reduce white's thickness from p6 group. So black play this way and white can approach all the way to r13. Oh, white turns first. White should actually punish the left side. Play a hane or a tiger mouth, kaketsugi, like this. This turn, it's also big, but black can ignore it and extend on the right side at r11. That's a very good point both for white and black to extend on the right side first. Because like this, the shimari will expand the moyo towards the right and white is losing the potential. Next, okay, white will still use these moves, let's say, but white will end up gote, so next step, black can approach the one eye group. So white might go out and then black can also extend in the top. So this way, black got a shimari with two extensions in place, one on the right, one in the top. That's a double wing formation, usually an ideal shape to have. Anyway, locally in the top, this one space jump is good. So now white finally extends on the right side. The invasion is maybe a little bit too much. I mean, it's good enough to play a cap move and let white fix the right side, then expand the top. Let's say an Ogema here. It really works pretty well to surround that top moyo. The stones go walking and they connect together. Now this invasion, it's a little bit risky, but it's hard to catch anyway. Instead of going out with Kosumi, black can consider Keima. So if white pushes and cuts, black has a bump, threatening to capture S10 or make nice shape. So for example, if white doesn't turn to capture the stone, but tries to surround black group somehow with a Keima or a cap or whatever, black will just go down and capture the two stones. So this is easy life for black. Therefore, white has to protect, and then black can go out like this, trying to surround the white group. So this will be quite painful for white. Well, white can link under, but when all these forcing moves are played, it's still quite ugly because black can build a lot on the outside. So the invasion is quite successful for black. Black becomes really thick. So black can think about this move, and then if white takes the vital point threatening to cut, black will bump and then make a bamboo connection. So black hits out in a much faster way. This cut was too much for white, so black plays one Atari, the other Atari, and connects. Then the group is out. Now instead of playing the Kosumi, black can just push because there is no way for white to surround. Like if white plays a Hane, Atari once, Atari again, and then connect. And this will keep the group out and also threaten the kill on the right side. So white is in a lot of trouble here. If white simply no B, black can go along several times, threatening the Hane and double Hane, and then go on a counter attack and try to kill everything on the right, pushing the weak group into the top. So this is coming from defense into attack in a few moves. This Kosumitsuke looks like a key point too, and Hane very good. Because if white cuts, black will connect, white blocks, and there are some cutting points here. Oops. So how the fight is going on? No B, because it creates Atari and leather. So this way, and then attach, and now black can capture the stones on the right. Also, black can just play Atari and Hane, push again, and then surround everything. So this is game over. White is dying big. And if white tries to resist on the right side, let's say white extends once, black has the Atari here, then Atari wants to create to set up a double capture, either catch the two stones in the middle or the three in the top. So when white saves the stones in the middle, black can set up a net or just ladder one way or the other. So again, black is connected and the group on the right side, it's about to die. So white decided to give only two stones on the right, but this feels very good for black. Black can actually push because those two stones will die anyway, and this way it takes away a liberty for the two stones in the middle, and there are some cutting points there too. So white will probably play a move to protect against the cuts or jump along, and now the stones on the right side are already captured, so black can extend in the top, for example, or play other moves, come back to protect the left side. So black defends calm while still protecting the middle because of the cuts. Now black extending the top, that's a good move. Actually, it can be played to m17, so when white jumps, black just covers, and if white comes inside, black has the attach and Atari from behind and Atari again. This is a good way to block the territory. Like this, there is still a little bit of RG around L16. White was brave, came inside all along. Black can cover this or attach, and now it's very difficult for white to find space for two eyes. Even if white is pushing like this, it's not so easy to create two eyes inside. There is no room. One eye only. Well, white can catch two stones in the top left corner for a change, but the group dead in the top is still bigger, so it's worth it for black. Kosumitsuke can let white escape. Even Nobi, I think it's enough. Kosumitsuke is good actually. So black jumps. White can play the Hane in the top, threatening the cut. This cut is still a good exchange. And then jump out. No, actually surround. because black has to go back eventually here and now go out. So white could actually escape. This is a fine move too. Yeah, Atari once, then push. And here, white can give up those two stones because it's bigger to save the top. So better play one Atari like this. Then wedge creates cutting points again, like this one, threatening Atari and so on. But then white can just go out. So white's invasion is successful. Then when black goes down, white has time to protect in the middle. If black just cuts, this is not such a big deal, because in the end those are just two stones, and well, white can kill the top but protect against the double attack in the center is bigger. So all of a sudden white builds a lot in this area, going out with a capture on two stones. So this was a critical moment of the game, and white actually messed up. So black covers. Now black will die in the top without compensation. Sorry, white group. Black can go out here actually, because if white connects, black has the snapback. Like this, white will play another Atari from the outside, but it's still okay. So instead of playing that move, white should cut, because on this cut there is no way for black to protect the top left corner. So black has to capture a stone. Now white will sacrifice the group in the top. There is no other way, and then compensate taking the stones in the corner. So even if white gave up the original invasion, he got back the top left corner, so it's not so terrible. The game can still be played for a while. But this looks like a very impressive territory for black in the top right. It's like a quarter of the board. Then black has the territory on the bottom and a little bit on the left. And on the left, it's really important to go up a d9 soon. And being black's turn, black can play this move. So overall, black still has the first chance to win the game, but it's not going to be a crushing victory like it was in the actual game. So back to the original game. White missed the snapback completely, and now he's just dying in the top. Now white can try again the cut in the top left corner. So if black captures one stone instead of connecting solid, white can Atari, then Atari under, and then pull back. Now if this happens, black can capture a stone in the top like this, and white can make twice, so he still lives with part of the group. But in the actual game, white just died with everything. There is no way to make twice now. Even if white is trying this move to go for a Seki, black doesn't start with Atari for Ko, just hit the vital point again, and then just connect. Because in the end, white is supposed to capture the three stones, so then it's three in line and black plays in the middle. It's not the formation where white has this kind of shape with a white stone at M17 and a white stone at A17, and then it would be Seki because of the two common liberties inside. But here is different. So when we take out the liberties, for example, if white plays here and black goes Atari, white needs to connect, and now when Atari comes from the outside, white is forced to capture, then black plays in the middle of the shape, so he's dead now. And this is a bulky 5, so black will hit the vital point and kill everything anyway. And instead of taking the stones, black should turn. Black doesn't have to capture those three stones. They are in a snapback and they have only one liberty. Black has two liberties on the outside. Black can also play away, and only when Atari comes, black will capture. So no need to capture in advance. Going out, it's a fine move because this will destroy the potential in the middle. So if white keeps pushing, hoping to Atari from the outside, eventually white has to protect. So this will just be painful. And now this way black can control the center even better. So capture the three stones, then cover, and black plays a move in the center to reduce that area. It's still important to go up a d9, because if white jumps in the middle from the right, black has the cut, no b, push, and then connect to the left. And this way, black can also think to activate the c14 RG with a pip at c12. So anyway, white is not going to build too much in the center. But okay, it's also fine to jump from here and stay connected to the bottom area. Instead of turn, push again, and then Nobi from the left side. This Nobi is really important to keep the base safe for the left side group and also build like 10-15 points of territory. Besides from the Nobi, it's easy to jump in the middle and reduce more too. So when white plays J3, black can jump again like this, or turn once and then one space jump and this kind of shape, or two space jump. So the center is not going to be very big for white anyway. In the end, it's more like a few extra points for white in the center. Insignificant. But it seems it didn't matter much because anyway, after killing the top, black it's favorable to win this game, so looks like an easy win. So I guess for white to resign here, it's appropriate. Well done on this game. Enjoy the review.